Fire signs, welcome to my channel. This is Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly reading for July 13th to July 20th. We're going to be looking into mind, body, spirit, relationships, and pulling some cards from the universe. This is for all, this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Just so you know, all the orgonites that you do see in my videos are made by me. There are links for my website, my Facebook, my Instagram down below in the description box, as well as all the cards that I'm using today. And if you don't want to watch the whole video, there are timestamps below for each of the signs that we are doing today. So let's get started, and we will start off with Aries. Let's get started. We're going to start off with Aries, okay? So Aries, we're going to be looking into the energy for the week ahead, links for all the cards that I'm using, as well as my Facebook, Instagram, and website are down below. If you wish to have a personal reading, please follow me on Instagram too, as I do some readings on IGTV as well. So we are going to be looking into mind, body, and spirit right now. Mind, body, and spirit for Aries. We're starting off with Judgment. We have the Five of Cups for body and the Ace of Cups for spirit. All right, so I feel like for some of you, there may be a feeling of being run down. This could be with the body. Some of you might be feeling some sort of sluggishness. Maybe you're actually experiencing some sort of, feeling of not being at your best physically. I am getting, though, here for with this Judgment card, I feel like your mind, I feel like for some of you there is, what I'm hearing actually is that for some of you, you may be really focused more within your mental space as you are towards your physical space, okay? So I'm getting here for some of you, you may have had some sort of transformation. You might be hearing messages. You might be trying to follow what it is that your mind, your mental state is leading you to. But there has been some neglect in the physical body, okay? This might not be, this might be not getting as much physical exercise as you may possibly need. It might be just feeling like you're not at your best at this moment. But with your spirit coming through this Ace of Cups, what it's really saying here is, I'm actually really liking this card coming through for spirit, because it feels as though, again, like I said about receiving messages, you might be feeling like your spiritual self is illuminating at this point. This is what I'm getting. But at that same time, again, with that Five of Cups coming through, I do feel like this week you may need to concentrate more a little bit on that physical self as well. It might be eating more healthy. It might be, working on some sort of habit. It could also be just really just getting out and going for a walk. I mean, that's what I'm getting at this point. So let's get some clarification towards this for the mind, body, and spirit for Aries for this week. So for the Judgment, we've got the Kingfisher. Be patient and focused. The Shark. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. And the Ant. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. I really feel like there's some sort of message that's coming through here. I feel like for some of you, you know what I'm getting? It almost feels as though you have messages for other people, or that you're receiving messages for yourself from some sort of higher plane, or some, I mean, it depends on where you are in spiritual level. Sometimes we, receive these messages, we understand exactly where they're coming from. But what I'm getting here is that your mind has been very active, okay? Especially with this Judgment card. I really feel these messages coming through, and that they are coming through from Spirit for you. And it feels as though you've had this urge to share them. Now, I'm actually really getting that for some of you, this could have to do with social media. It could be with direct contact. But what I'm getting here is that you are trying to help the community, okay? You're trying to help in some way of bringing a message to all for the highest good of all. But what it is saying here is that in this process, you might be getting frustrated, okay? Because I do feel that you have an important message to give. You have an important message that you want others to hear. You're trying to get this message across. Maybe some aren't listening, and it is saying for you to be patient and focused. I feel like the message will come through that needs to come through, whether it is for you or for others, but there does need to be a sense of patience in regards to that. You know, and lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. So if there has been arguments in regards to this communication that you're trying to spread, okay, it is saying to look at it in a different way. Try to approach it in a matter of peace, okay, as opposed to trying to be forceful. Okay, Aries, you have such a beautiful fiery energy, but sometimes we need to look at things in a different way. We need to present them in a way that the messages will be heard, because I do feel that these messages are coming to you from some sort of higher source, but at the same degree, as much as they are meaning to you, some people aren't going to receive the messages as clearly as you wish that they would, and you may need to approach it in a different way. Approach them in a sense of peace as opposed to a sense of force is what I'm getting, okay? And remember that the messages that are coming through that you are trying to give are for the highest good. So you want to approach them in that manner. Even though you might think that there's something is the best for somebody, and this could, this might not have to do with the whole community. This could do within your family, friends, loved ones, lovers. It's saying here to really change your approach. Okay, be that leader, lead in whatever it is that you're trying to move ahead with, whatever message it is that you're trying to get across, but do it in a different manner. Okay, so let's take a look at the body for that Five of Cups energy. We've got the Deer. Trust in the support of the universe. Okay, so again, trust in the messages that you're receiving from the universe are for the highest good. Okay, trust that you're receiving these messages for some reason. Okay, and again, this, it doesn't need to be for a whole community. It doesn't need to be for the whole world. It could be just, for people within your immediate circle. But trust what it is that you're feeling and move forward. Because again, I feel that for some of you, because that energy maybe not being heard at this particular moment, we're going into this Five of Cups energy where it is breaking us down on a physical level in some manner. This could be stress, this could be worry, anxiety. Maybe you're feeling that the people aren't, or whoever it is that you're trying to communicate with isn't receiving that message, and it is affecting you on some sort of physical manner. So we've got the monkey coming through, and it says experience all that life has to offer. So I feel that we can't break this down into the three categories, because remember that mind, body, and spirit are all one connected energy. Okay, so even though you might be focusing in on the messages, the mental self, we cannot neglect or forget our physical self. We can't neglect our, just because we've got these two beautiful energies of the Judgment and the Ace of Cups coming through, we have to remember we are also physical beings, and we have to live our life as such, is what I'm getting with that energy. We've got the Dog. To be disciplined in your home and community life. And I feel like this discipline, again, because it has to do with the body, we need to be disciplined within our body as well. Okay, so if you've been, partaking in some sort of habit that isn't good for you, maybe eating too much, it could be very simple things such as changing your diet, but Spirit is asking you not to neglect your physical self at this particular point. So we've got that Ace of Cups, we've got the sheep that is coming for Spirit, and it says act with fortitude and cooperation. Again, even though Spirit is communicating with you, they're giving you these beautiful, loving messages, you do have to act, in a manner that is going to be within cooperation. Okay, some people hear messages differently, and that is something that we have to accept. Not everybody hears the message with the words that we use, and we sometimes have to change our words in order for people to hear or understand our messages. And that can have to do with our loved ones or people around us as well. Even if they've known you for years, they might hear things differently, they might react differently than what you're expecting, and that is part of that spiritual journey. That is part of that judgment card, those messages coming through. We have to act for the good of the community. So it might be not your way of speaking, okay? It doesn't mean to change who you are, but just to change something about it in order for the messages to be heard. We've got the giraffe coming through. Aspire to a higher knowledge and wisdom. Exactly. Allow those messages to come through as well, is what I'm getting. You are receiving higher knowledge. You are receiving higher wisdom. And the hyena, dare to be different. So it's interesting because I feel like the messages that you're trying to get across may not be the norm. Okay, I feel like they might not be messages that not everybody is on board with. And that might be where the issue is coming through for you, and maybe some frustration, and it's bringing into this 5 of Cups energy where you're feeling like, people aren't listening. I've got this important thing to say, but I'm not being heard. Or maybe, I don't know if maybe you're receiving the messages and you don't know how to present them. Or maybe you think that because you have these messages and they're not with the norm, that people aren't going to listen. But it is saying, dare to be different. These messages are coming through for you for a reason, to be spread, okay? Or to be and again, even if it's just one person or one loved one that you're trying to get a message through, you're trying to communicate with, dare to be different in the way that you communicate that message. This is what I'm getting for your week, for the mind, body, and spirit as it is right now for you, Aries. So we're going to take a look into relationships for this week and see what's coming through. So relationships for the week of July 30th to the 20th for Aries. Relationships, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pull a couple more here. Healing family issues. You love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It doesn't need to relate to your parents, although that may relate for some of you towards that. But you don't need to take that on a literal sense, okay? It can mean healing issues within your family, your community, your tribe, all right? And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So again, going back to those messages or some sort of communication that you're trying to give or spread, I feel like there may be help. Like you may even need to ask your guides. You might need to ask the universe. You might need to even ask your friends, how do I do this? How do I spread this message? How do I get this across to others that really need to hear it? That's what I'm getting. I'm also receiving here in regards to relationships. Now, I'm honestly getting that for some of you, it may be that you do have some healing within your family issues in order to increase your love life. Because I feel like for some of you, you are taking issues from the past, and that could be within your family. It could be, just within your own life, your own experiences, and you're not allowing that to be released. There needs to be some healing in order for
the next step to come through within your relationship, or a relationship that you're looking for this week. Okay, now I feel like the healing within this week is going to allow a change coming into possibly next week or even the week after, but I feel like there needs to be some actual healing first. It's actually asking you too is to make that effort, and I feel like that effort might be within yourself. Now this could be reversed. Okay, so this doesn't need to be you. It could be your person or people around you, where they need to make the effort to heal some family issues before they can move forward into some sort of change of relationship with you, or to reconnect with a relationship with you, or to reconcile, or to make that relationship stronger. The bond between you stronger is what I'm getting here. It's interesting because I do feel that for some of you, you are the ones that do need to do the healing, but I'm really getting that for some of you, it's time, somebody may actually need to do healing that is around you. Okay, and for some of you, you might be in this place of saying, look, I'm not seeing this relationship move forward. I'm not seeing, a positive progression within this relationship. And I feel like the message for some of you, and this is really going to resonate with a few of you, is that person needs to do some healing. And at this point, they might even need you to be that friend towards them. And maybe that's where those messages are coming through. Maybe there's messages that you do have for them. But remember that not everybody is going to hear the messages that we have, and maybe we need to change something about the way that we present a message to somebody in order for them to actually absorb or hear the message that we're trying to give. So we've got here this 10 of coins. We're going to do some clarification. 10 of coins. We've got that Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely something coming through here, some sort of knowledge, and the Queen of Wands. So okay, so this Queen of Wands, she's very strong, she's very confident, she's very, successful in what it is that she does. She pretty much has the world at her feet. And I feel like for some of you, this is really going to resonate with you. Not only, is this Queen of Wands, this is that air sign, this is that, she is the epiphany of that fire sign, okay? And strong, confident, outspoken. She knows what it is that she wants. She knows what it is that she wants to say. She's strong within herself. And I feel like this is you, okay? This is you. And we've got this Ace of Swords. So again, those messages, higher knowledge coming through in some manner towards you is what I'm getting. And that in towards that manner is, that abundance, that 10 of coins energy, contentment, completion, setting up for the future. Like I feel like making that effort now toward what it is that you need to do within your relationship is going to, and this again, this might be changing the way you speak, changing the way, or understanding that somebody else needs to do some healing, or you do your own healing. This is going to be how you come about and bring about this 10 of coins energy. Okay, it's by following that knowledge, it's having that confidence, it's doing the work that it is needed at this time, or it's allowing somebody else to do that healing that it is that they need. And again, it might be you giving that message towards that person in order to help them heal. So we've got, for healing family issues, the 10 of Swords. Interesting. We've got the High Priestess. So I feel like for some of you right off the bat, you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about, because that High Priestess is, that knowledge. It's not only hidden knowledge, but it is psychic knowledge. So knowing what that's intuitive. It's, it's that strong empathic sense, right? We've also got that 4 of Wands. That's beautiful. I feel like there's for some of you, I'm feeling a couple things. I actually really want to clarify this, let your friends help you. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there is somebody that needs to do some really deep healing. This could be you, it could be your person, but there's a lot of healing that needs to come in order to reach this Four of Wands and this Lover's energy. Look at that. Somebody feels like they might be having to fight or in some sort of competition. It's been like there's been a lot of burden here for some of you. I feel like there's some sort of burden that's been weighing on you, something that's making you feel, you know, stressed. And again, it goes back to that Five of Cups energy where you might be feeling, you know, physically or mentally like you're feeling there's stress, like something about the stress is really hurting somebody. It's time to let go. It's time to heal some sort of issue this week. So as this is resonating with you, you know, remember, it may be you, it may be that other person. If it's another person, you may be able to help them. But again, you may need to change the way it is that you're speaking. It also could be that helping somebody has been a little bit of a burden on you. Yeah, like, and you know, especially if they're not hearing, or if they're sort of wallowing in some sort of negative energy, this could be a burden upon you is what I'm also getting. I do feel that for some of you, you may need to take a step back and allow somebody to heal on their own. As much as you want to help with the messages that you're receiving for them, some people are not just really ready to listen, okay, is what I'm also getting. And they may need to do some healing on their own. But what I'm also receiving here is with this Four of Wands and the Lovers, I feel like either way, okay, either way, I feel like there is a reconnection of some sort of energy. Like through this process, the energy of this Four of Wands, this completion with the Lovers, is going to come together. I feel like there's going to be a strong change within this relationship, making it complete, strong, loving. Like I'm getting all of these beautiful and positive feelings towards this relationship, but there does need to be some healing. And again, whether it's you or whether it's your person, there needs to be this energy of healing. And if it can't be you, that helps, because like you can't allow somebody else's healing to be a burden on you is what I'm also getting. You can't allow that, okay? Because that takes away from your beautiful Queen of Wands energy, okay? It takes away from the messages that you need for you, yourself, or, you know, even for the community, for other people, in order to help bring about that for the highest good, the energy for the highest good. And if somebody's weighing on you, you sometimes may have to let the, you know, take a step back and let them sort of heal themselves in order to maintain your beautiful, powerful energy, okay? But what I'm getting is through this process, I feel like this week could be a little bit, you know, it might feel a little heavy, but allow what needs to happen. Allow the energy to clear, allow the energy to release. Especially, you know, listen to the messages that are coming through. Take each day step by step is what I'm getting. And this Four of Wands, this Lover's energy, I feel is like connecting. I literally see fireworks or like strings of energy, electricity coming from it, because I feel like through that healing process is going to bring about this reconnection within this relationship, or this a stronger bond within this relationship. So we're going to close it off with some messages from the universe for you, Aries. Take a look. Just give me one sec. Messages from the universe for Aries for this week. Sun seems to want to come out. The return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating us sacred. You know, what did we just talk about? I feel like a return of the energy. Like I literally felt energetic sparks coming from this, sparks of electricity coming towards something over this next week. It feels like something is going to be rejuvenated. This could be even within yourself, your own, you know, personal energy coming back. But that Queen of Wands energy that we had, along with this card, the of Aphrodite, the return of Aphrodite, it feels as though through the process of this week, there's going to be an energy surge, a change in your mind, your body, your soul. Like you're already receiving the messages. I feel like you need to just allow those messages to keep coming. Work on the body. Okay, allow your body to heal as well, especially if there's stress, or especially if that stress has been related to another person. Okay, I feel like sometimes we need to take that step back and allow that energy to just heal on its own. Maybe you're putting too much energy into the healing of something or someone, and it's time to just take that step back. You can still give your messages, you can still relate what it is that you're giving and feeling and allowing to come through. Again, you might need to change, you know, the way that it is presented, and sometimes allowing a message to come through can mean just taking a step back and allowing that person to come to you when they're ready to hear the message. Okay, but this is what I'm getting. It's the return of that love, that beauty that is within you, Aries. Allow that energy, that fire. It's almost like electricity coming around her. This is what I keep getting. So let's see what the cards have to say in regards to divine guidance. The ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. So you remember how we talked about, I just keep getting that you're receiving messages of some sort. This is divine guidance. There is absolute divine guidance coming towards you at this point in time. I'm also getting here, speech. You can't make this up. You like literally, this is crazy. Speeches and speaking. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. All right, well, there we go. The universe has just confirmed everything that your reading was about. I truly hope that that has helped, Aries. If this has resonated with you, please click like and subscribe and share my video. I truly appreciate it. And the next sign that we're moving on to is going to be Leo. Thank you so much. Leo, this is your energy reading for July 13th to July 20th. We're going to be looking into your mind, body, and spirit, as well as some relationship messages and messages from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. All the links for my Facebook, Instagram, and website are down below in the description box, as well as links to all the cards that I am using today. All right, let's get into it. I'm already feeling a really strong energy with you, Leo, probably because we are going into Leo season right away here, but let's see what is coming through. So for mind, we have the Two of Coins. Body, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands. You are in your power, Leo. Okay, I love that. So what I'm really feeling, there might be some decisions that you do have to make. This could be to do with job. It could be just that you're working a lot, you're juggling. I feel like you might be having to juggle between maybe home, work life, some sort of, so you're juggling something here is what I'm getting. There might even be some decisions that you have to make. I really feel with your body, you're really at your strength right now. So I feel like for some of you, you may have, I feel like you're either wanting to get into your strength or that you are in your strength. So take that as it resonates with you. But with this Ace of Swords coming through, I feel a lot of power. Okay, I feel like you're wanting to regain your power. I feel like for some of you, you maybe have started back on your path of regaining some sort of physical strength. So this might be, now that gyms are starting to open, it might be that, you're back at the gyms, or you're starting to a workout routine, or maybe you've just started some sort of exercise or healthy, diet type of workout. I feel like this has been knowledge that I feel like for some of you, you may have actually really researched that as well. You might be even the matter of making choices. You might be trying to decide, which program is the best for me? Where is that strength going to come from? What is it that I may need to let go of in order to regain that personal strength, is what I'm getting as well. But with this Queen of Wands coming through with Spirit is really saying, whichever decision that you make at this point in time is going to be the best for you. So I do feel that for some of you, you need to follow your head. Okay, to go with what your head is telling you. Go with what your like, what is it that you're hearing the most within your mind? That's what I keep getting. What is it that you need to do? What is going to bring you the best progression? I feel like for some of you, you already know, but you might be having trouble with your heart space as letting something go. Like you might be struggling with letting something go that you need to in order to gain that personal power back in some way. Okay, so let's get some clarifying cards and see what they have to say. This is for Leo, clarifying cards for July 30th to the 20th. Right. The Eagle sees opportunities courageously. We have the Tiger, accept your magnificence. I love this. Absolutely love it. And we've got the Snake, live according to your divine essence. So, this really plays through with this Ace of Swords and this Queen of Wands coming through. It's time for you to get into your power. So if you've been feeling a little bit like you've been dragging, or you're not in your complete power at this particular moment, I feel like this week is going to be that push that you've been wanting to give yourself. You're going to receive something from the universe in order to push you towards that magnificence that you are, that divine essence that it is, that you truly are inside of you. You have such strength, such character. Okay, you do have so much, that courage coming through. And I do feel, again, for some of you, you may be concerned or worried that there is something that you may have to let go of, or something that you may have to not put as much energy in order to regain that strength, in order to regain that balance, or that soul essence within yourself, that divine essence. But it is saying here to follow what it is that you are receiving. Okay, try not to let yourself feel too much guilt about regaining your power, is what I'm also receiving here. So I feel for some of you, if you've been placed in a position of some sort, either through relationships or career or job, that has taken away some of that power, don't allow guilt to hold you back, is what I'm also getting here. So for the Ace of Swords, we've got the Turtle. This is for body. Be joyful and trusting. Spread heart healing with joy. And we've got the Butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom. Again, with wisdom. So I feel like allow yourself. When we look at a situation, sometimes we worry that there's guilt in there. When we feel like we want to regain our power, we might be neglecting another area. Okay, and what I'm getting here is you can still put love and energy. You don't have to completely dismiss a certain area in order to regain your power. You don't need to completely drop it. There might be a way to transform that through love. Okay, this might even come through conversation of some sort, because we've got this throat energy. And allow yourself to approach the situation, that throat chakra coming through. Approach the situation. You may just be a matter of you having a conversation with someone, saying, look, you know, I have to work on this area within myself, I may have to take a step back. I may not be able to put as much energy towards this as I was, because I do have to regain my own sense of strength and my own sense of balance. That's what I'm getting here. So let's look at that Queen of Wands. We've got the Wolf. This is for spirit. Be independent, but work together. Exactly as I was saying. It's okay to be independent. Okay, you don't need to have that person relying on you, or you don't need, you know, whatever it is, that responsibility to weigh you down. There is a way to work through that responsibility in another way. And it might be, again, blue and blue. We've got two, you know, I'm looking at this. It feels like there's some communication that you may need to present to somebody in a gentle and loving way, letting them know, look, you still matter to me. Or this might even be towards a boss, or, you know, towards another area. How, take it as it resonates. But, you know, you can still put that effort towards it, but it's also a matter of allowing yourself to be independent and work on yourself. So the second one that's coming through, the Rabbit, recognize your significance. Yeah, I really feel like this is a power week. I feel like for some of you, you may have lost a sense of your own strength in the last little while. And this is the week that you're starting to regain it back. And don't let anybody hold you back, is what I'm really getting. Recognize your significance, because sometimes people, and that's why I'm feeling like this communication is really coming through. When we communicate our needs and our desires and what it is that will, you know, help gain our own strength. Some people, there are people that do try to limit us, okay? And it's saying recognize your significance. So I feel that it is time for you to put yourself first in this incidents, okay? Whatever it's relating to, you need to recognize your own strength. So if somebody's coming at you with some sense of guilt, there might need to be a stronger communication towards them, letting them know, look, at you still matter, or this still matters. Again, however it resonates with you, this still matters, but I do need either some time off, I need to take a step back, I need to regain my own strength for, you know, this time period. I need to work on me. And that's what I get. Don't let anybody take away your significance, is what I'm really receiving there. And we've got the Ant, cooperate for the highest good of the community. So again, you know, I feel like you are being told, it's interesting because we've got, you know, this beautiful violet coming through in this energy, you know, which is that third eye. And I feel like you've been really pulled towards knowing what it is that you need to do. And the highest good, we have to remember that working on ourselves doesn't take away from working or helping others. What it does is it sometimes strengthens that ability to be able to be there for others, or to be able to help others in a manner that is going to be beneficial for both of you, as opposed to just one. Okay. And so it is really saying, again, I feel like that communication coming through, I feel like you need to speak clearly to somebody. Come into that power of your divine essence. Allow yourself to recognize the fact of how significant you truly are. And maybe even remind them that working on yourself is going to be a benefit for all, not just for you. Okay, so let's take a look into relationships for this week for you, Leo. And see what is coming through. All right. Relationships for Leo for the week of July 13th to the 20th. All right. I feel like this. You deserve love. You are lovable. So this is going to resonate for for those of you that are seeking a relationship, or maybe you're in a relationship, and again, going back to what we just spoke about, that not receiving recognition or somebody making you insignificant or having to focus in on your own power, I feel like this is going to be very relevant. You deserve love, okay? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I love this. I love this. So this is going to really resonate for those of you that are, you know, in a relationship hoping for a higher level. I feel like taking that power back is going to increase your relationship and or your relationships on some level. All right. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. In order to enjoy a moment fully, we have to allow ourselves to release the burdens that either ourselves or others are placing upon us. And that's what I keep getting. I feel like this week is really, again, coming into your power. We had that Queen of Wands card. It's really coming into your power, recognizing your own strength, your own significance, allowing yourself to, you know, attract a romantic love, that relationship, by coming into that strength, okay? And by also not worrying, okay? Because I get that some of you are sort of in this place of, are we going to get engaged? Are we going to do this? Is this going to happen? You know, I'm not seeing the progress. Enjoy the moment of where it is that you are this week and really work on your own personal power and your own personal strength. This is what I'm getting. So let's take a look into, for some of you, there actually could be an engagement coming towards you. You know, if you have, if you're in some sort of relationship where you've been wanting that, I feel like if part of you is going, I need a sign, there it is. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there. Just take that as it resonates. You deserve love. So let's take a look in that. 5 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. Okay, so what I'm getting, again, you know, we were just talking about somebody maybe not putting you in some sort of, like, making you feel less significant, or maybe there's some sort of feeling here that, you know, I keep going back to that that rabbit, where I believe it was the rabbit, but somebody kind of making you feel guilty for wanting your own strength, or for having to do what it is necessary for you. And that's really coming through with this 5 of Swords. This is like, you know, win or lose. Like, you know, somebody sort of putting some sort of restriction on you. And what it's really saying is that no, you are lovable. And I feel like for some of you, you already know that and you needed that confirmation. And that's how that High Priestess is coming in. For some of you, this could be really red flags. Like, you're seeing these red flags within this relationship and you're going, you know, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. This person really seems to be taking away from my power. So, and then we've got this Lovers card coming through. Now, for me, you know, I feel like this Lovers card could be about choices, okay? And sometimes the Lovers card literally means about choices, like choosing the higher love, choosing the higher, the benefit of good for all, and especially within yourself. And you might have to make some choices here. If somebody is coming at you and making you, or putting you into some sort of place of less significance, okay, or putting guilt on you, or where you feel like, you know, the communication, you know, that you're giving towards them isn't being heard, and they're not allowing you, or somehow trying to remove your power, you may have to make some choices in regards to that. Let's look at engagement. It says the King of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay. So engagement, I feel like for some of you, okay, what I'm getting here is this engagement. I feel like this is your goal. You want to have that sense of commitment. Okay, now obviously this is probably not going to resonate with those that are already in a strong and bonded relationship or a marriage, unless, you know, there has been some sort of, you know, discourse between, you know, in the relationship. But I feel like some of you are really, really making those choices, and some of you are going to be walking away from something. Okay, we've got this Five of Cups energy again. You know, it's like the sadness card, like you're not feeling your strength, you're not feeling, you know, your all that you are. We've got this Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that are no longer necessary or needing for you. We've got this King of Wands energy, so it's interesting because we've got that Queen of Wands, we've got the King of Wands. So, you know, again, this is, you know, for Leo, Sag, or Aries, and this could be very significant. This could be you, or this also could be another fire sign that you are dealing with. You may have to, again, speak up. And if it's not being heard, it may be time to take a walk away, or allow, you know, take a step back and allow that energy to clear and to clean itself up in order before you go back. Usually the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, these are very strong. It's a very strong you know, power couple, but they can both have that energy of, you know, all or nothing, right? And it can be some sort of power struggle between the two of them. So remember that. You know, it doesn't need to be an air, you know, an air sign that you're dealing with, but it could be somebody who is very stubborn. You know, they might be very charismatic and charming and creative and all of that stuff, but they could also be very stubborn. And you know, as much as you're communicating with them, maybe they're just not hearing, or they're not listening at this point in time. This Judgment card is coming through. So I feel like for some of you, and it's interesting because we also have that High Priestess, it's like you're already hearing the messages. Messages are coming to you. I feel like there is a good chance for this relationship to clear in the future. Like I do feel it coming back together and becoming stronger. Now again, this doesn't need to be a romantic relationship. It could be coworkers, friends, family. It could even be within yourself that it is, you know, maybe you need to take a step back and really reevaluate what is going on within yourself. But we have this Magician coming through, and I feel like for you have the power, you have all the tools, you have the ability to manifest what it is that you want to create moving forward. But I do feel that there might be somebody that is trying to hold you back. And again, this could be even within yourself, or the roles could be reversed. So it might be you holding somebody else back. So take it as it resonates. But we've got the Seven of Swords, like somebody is hiding something. And again, it could be you hiding from yourself, hiding something within yourself in order to create this strength. Like, so there might be something within yourself that you're holding back that you know you need to release in order to find or receive this relationship that it is that you're seeking, but you might be hanging on to it a little too tightly. You're not letting it go, which is creating this sadness within you, is what I'm getting. For some of you, I feel, again, you know, somebody is this sneaky type of manipulative behavior is coming at you. This is what I'm getting. There's some sort of sneaky manipulative behavior, and this, again, take it as it resonates. It is coming at you, and you might need to take a step back in order for this energy to clear and heal, in order to seek that place of your true personal strength this week. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a very strong and powerful week for you, Leo. I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes, not only within the energy around you, but also within yourself, bringing you to that Queen and that King of Wands energy, that strength, that confidence, that beautiful ability to accomplish whatever it is that you want. But you do have to take a look around you and see exactly what could possibly be holding you back, whether it's a person, place, or thing. And you really need to make those steps forward that will help eliminate that stress or that those feelings that you are being held down, or that are bringing you that sadness. So I hope that that helps. We're going to pull a card from the universe and see what we receive there. All right. So this is guidance from the universe for Leo for July 13th to the 20th. I feel like this, and that would be why. Yamana, grandmother, ocean, primordial. Okay, so, you know, I actually don't know this card, to be honest. And I feel like I'm going to pull, I'm actually going to read that card, to be honest. I haven't had that card. I don't know this card. And I am going to pull a clarification for it afterwards, but I want to see what it has to say. Okay. It says here, explore. Oh, okay. Interesting. Exploring your own power. Okay. Exploring what you can birth and empower, understanding the landscape, seeing the divine in the curve of the hill and the belly of the mountain and the womb of the sea, developing an interest in Centauria, voodoo and the lines which blur between belief systems, looking to become more primal, to reconnect with your ancient self, taking care of yourself at a very ancient and deep level, and beginning to relate to people's deeper self rather than their social and often constructed self. Third eye and crown chakras highly activated, yet sacral and base chakras powerfully grounded and flowing too. So again, remember what I talked about, you coming into your power. This is exactly what this is talking about. It really talks about you're coming into your power this week. This is going to be a week where you're releasing, you know, the guilt of others. You're releasing what is not yours to be hanging on to at all. It's stepping up and saying, look, I am that Queen of Wands energy. I am that strong, resilient, beautiful soul. And I'm not going to let anything hold me down or stray away from it. And you're just basically taking a step away from anything that is putting you into that place. All right, so let's get a clarifying card. So it says here, have confidence in your creations. Trust in the power of God's creations, which is being manifested, God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. So I feel like for some of you, you've had this urge to do so, and you need to follow that trust. You need to follow that guidance that you've been receiving in order to come into your power, in order to receive who it is that you truly are. It's time to take that step forward is what I'm getting, and have confidence within it. Detox time. Release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. Yeah, because I remember I felt like a lot of you were coming into this place where you wanted to regain that power, you know, that physical strength, okay? And I do feel like there might be some detoxing that you have to do, whether this is a person, place, or thing. You have to release that energy in order to allow your body to cleanse and clean and regain its strength that you have been receiving that urge, that craving for. That's what I keep getting. And have confidence in the fact that you're being guided. It's okay to let go of things, you know, that are no longer necessary for you. No matter who or what it is, it's time to come into your own strength and your own existence, your own power. So I truly hope that that has helped, Leo. Thank you so much. Please click like, subscribe, and share if this reading did resonate with you, and have a wonderful week. And the next sign we're going to be doing is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your reading for the week of July 13th to July 20th. We're going to be looking into mind, body, spirit. We're going to be looking into relationships as well as some closing messages from the universe. So just so you know, all the cards that I'm using today are going to be in the description box below, as well as links to my Facebook, Instagram, and website if you're looking for a personal reading. Or if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I do some free readings on IGTV as well occasionally. So let's take a look into you for this week, Sagittarius. Let's start off with mind. So your mind, the Six of Coins, body, the Seven of Wands, and spirit, the Eight of Cups. So here's the thing, Sagittarius, I feel like some of you are making some decision about walking away. I feel like for some of you, Sagittarius can have a very generous nature. And they can be very giving, they can be very loving. And I feel that for you, there may be a situation where you've put a lot of energy, a lot of love into. Now, this can be relationships, this could be work, this could, be something within your personal life in some way. Take it as it resonates. But I feel that something within your soul has been telling you that you've been giving too much. Okay, you may not be making an absolute walk away, but you are feeling like you need to remove some of that generosity towards a situation. It feels as though somebody is, there's some sort of defensiveness going on here, some sort of competition. It almost feels like you're having to defend yourself in some sort of situation, like maybe you've been giving too much and maybe that energy isn't coming back to you and you're starting to feel a bit of defensiveness because of that. It could be an actual competition in some way. Maybe you've been giving too much towards something, and this could be a work situation or a relationship, but there is some sort of competition and you realize, it is time to take that step back. It is time to, and your soul is been telling you, it is time to remove yourself in some manner from giving too much towards that situation, or even making a complete exit. Okay, so let's get some clarifying cards. Let's see what exactly is going on here. It might be also too, another thing that is coming in is it does feel like for some of you this might resonate, where somebody has been overly generous towards you, but I'm getting that you're not feeling their sincerity. You're not feeling your sincerity. Like you almost feel like you have to defend yourself in some manner against this person. And I feel like for some of you, your suspicions are really up. Because sometimes when people are overly generous toward us, there's sometimes a reason. Sometimes that's just within their nature. But I feel like you might be picking up on some sort of reason to be a bit defensive. Okay, and I feel like you need to follow those feelings, simply because this Eight of Cups is landing within that soul, that spirit position. So your feelings are correct in regards to that. Like there is this generosity is not coming from their heart. Okay, and that your soul is telling you this. This is what I'm also getting. So let's get some clarifying cards. We've got the guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe. And cooperate for the highest good of the community. So this generosity could be also too is you being generous towards some sort of community charity type of event, maybe putting some time in. This is just, it doesn't take away from what I just spoke about in regards to that generosity and defending yourself and feeling like you might have to walk away or vice versa. But I do feel like this generosity is also coming in, that there might be, it might be time, or that you have been putting a lot of work towards charity, or it might be, you know, time to do something towards the community in some manner. It also says be strong and courageous. So, two things I'm picking up with just these cards is, one, exactly as I said, you know, if it might be time, or in order to really regain your sense of balance, okay? Because sometimes that Six of Coins can be one person giving too much, or some sort of offer that keeps coming in, but it's an unbalance within the scales. In order to rebalance those scales, if you feel like you're unbalanced, it might be time to put some energy towards being generous towards others, like charity or something, or you might be putting already too much energy towards something that you're not receiving that equal balance within the scales. Okay, and it says to be strong and courageous, and I feel like this is tying in with this Seven of Wands energy, and we're getting the Bear. Use power with wisdom. The Gray Squirrel. Find new ways of solving problems. And we've got this Rabbit where it says recognize your significance. I feel like, again, you know, going back to where it could possibly be that either you've been too generous, or somebody has been generous towards you. I keep feeling an unbalance. So again, take it as it resonates, you know. But what I'm getting here is that it is time to recognize your significance. So if somebody has been overly generous towards you, and you're feeling like, you know, that they're expecting something from it, or you're just not getting a good feeling from it, you know, you don't need to accept it. Recognize your significance. Find a way of solving that problem. Sometimes that problem literally might be just taking that step back and using that Eight of Cups, which is walking away from a situation that is no longer for your highest good, okay? And use the power with wisdom. So really what it's saying is you don't need to get into a huge confrontation. I'm not getting any confrontating cards. It's basically saying just to use your own strength, your own power that is within your soul, your own mind, body, spirit type of power, your own energy, to remove yourself or to remove them from some sort of situation, to change the situation in some way that is going to regain or continue your own personal strength and power. That's what I'm getting. So we also got the Sheep. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Yeah, so this is, I was saying, you don't need to come at anybody like a bulldozer. You don't need to come at them like a rhinoceros, okay? You can be strong and courageous, but you don't need to, you know, like push them over. You can come at them, not saying come at them like a sheep, you know, which is, you don't need that energy either, but there is that good balance in between, okay? The Pig is coming through. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Exactly. I feel like, you know, the interesting thing, and this is what I'm hearing, is that when you come at somebody with the strength of a rhinoceros, when you come at them like full charge, like that horn, you know, that's really not maintaining your self-worth and self-esteem. That's just ending a situation using the power of strength. It's not really resolving anything. It's not really, you know, sometimes just walking away and saying your piece is the better way to resolve something, okay? Because charging at somebody really reduces your self-worth and your self-esteem, okay? It's kind of like, you know, you don't need that much physical force. And I don't mean literally physical force, like you're going to beat somebody up. But you know what I'm getting at. Like, you don't need to verbally abuse somebody or say it really strongly. Sometimes you can just come at them with that sense of dignity and say, look, you know, I'm recognizing my significance within this, and I am walking from this situation. It's the Bat. See through the illusion into truth. So I feel like somebody somewhere, there's a sense of manipulation in this, within this. And I again, take it as it resonates, but I feel like seeing through the illusion into truth. So it feels like for me, somebody has been trying to, again, either manipulate a situation to their own benefit. Okay, this could be you, it could be somebody else. But it is saying here, you know, to approach the situation in a different manner. And it may even come to the point of you literally walking away and taking a step back, because this is no longer for your highest good. And I feel very strongly within this that there is a sense of you that already knows what this situation is, and you're already either making those plans, or you're just needed that confirmation in order for someone to say, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. And especially if it is a situation where somebody is taking advantage of your generosity, it's really time to recognize your self-worth. Okay, if you're putting more energy into a situation and you're not receiving that same energy back, that unbalances the energy of everywhere, and you need to regain that. If somebody is being generous to you with the expectation or something, or your red flags, you know, those bells and whistles are kind of, you know, really going off, and you feel a sense of guilt though, because they've been so nice. And that's the hard part too, right? Is sometimes people do it in such a way that you almost feel guilty about taking that step back. But it's really saying here within your soul is that you already know what it is that you need to do. You already know what the situation is. You already know that you're already seeing through that illusion. Okay? And really all I'm doing is giving you that confirmation in regards to that situation. So that's what I feel like for this week. This is what, this is going to be a significant part of that week, I feel like. So what we're going to do is we're going to look into relationships for you, Sagittarius, for this upcoming week. And let's see what that has to say. And there might even be some more clarity toward the situation within these cards. We're looking into relationships. Now, relationships don't need to be romantic. They can be family, friends, co-workers. Take it as it resonates. Okay. I feel like this one here. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. All right. That Eight of Cups. It's time to disconnect from the world. Retreat. Retreat. Okay. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so this is really interesting. I feel like for some of you, again, take this as it resonates, but I do feel like for some of you, when it talks about your feelings are real and worth exploring, I go back to that soul energy of trusting yourself in regards to a situation. I feel it is very safe for you to love. You need to open your heart and give and receive for the highest energy of all. But here's the thing is, I feel like you need to really look at a situation. And again, with this retreat card coming through, the person or the situation that you have been giving towards, or maybe somebody has been giving towards you, and you're getting those, those red flag energy. I feel like there might be somebody else that is going to be better for you in regards to, like, sometimes we accept things because we feel that other things aren't going to come through. Like, we're not going to, if I give up this, I might not receive this again. This person has been so generous, but I just keep getting these bad feelings. That's what I keep hearing. And again, I feel for some of you, like, what if I let this go and I'm wrong about this situation? Well, you already know you're not wrong. That's the thing. You already know you're not wrong. You're just scared that you're not going to be able to find something else. Okay? And sometimes maybe it's just a matter of having some sort of communication with this person and letting them know exactly how it is that you feel. Okay? Because you might have very strong feelings towards this person, but something just isn't right. Or again, maybe you're giving too much towards a situation and they're not returning that love, and it's making you feel like you need to retreat. But maybe it's just a matter of you having some sort of communication with them. That's what I'm also getting. I feel like you might need, before you just, step up and walk away, take that time and have a real honest and open heart conversation with them. Know your recognize your own significance, because sometimes we're scared to open up. Sometimes we're scared. We just, we keep throwing situations underneath something and going, okay, maybe I'm just, maybe I'm wrong about this situation. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm just gonna shove it under, a blanket for right now and not pay any attention to it. But it's gonna keep coming up, is what I keep getting. So with this, I feel like, especially if you really care about this person, because I do feel there's a lot of caring there. I feel like there's a lot of love between you and this other person that we're talking about. Or, you can see the potential for it, but at this point in time, you're also getting, something isn't quite right. And I feel like it might, before you actually take that time to retreat, it might need to have that communication. So let's get some clarifying cards. We've got that Three of Wands, the Magician, yeah, and the Tower. So here's what I'm getting, Sagittarius. I'm really feeling here, you've wanted some sort of situation very much. Okay, and it could be, you really want love, or you really want this connection, with, again, it doesn't need to be romantic, but you really want this connection to happen. You see it. You can see it within your mind's eye. You're trying to manifest it. You have been manifesting it for a while. You've been creating it, but you might not be seeing the actual situation for what it is, or you have been seeing the situation and you're not allowing it, because now we're actually getting the Tower, and the Tower is saying break it down into ashes and rebuild. So you might need to either rebuild on this relationship by having that honest communication and starting, from scratch, like saying, look at, we've got to approach this situation. If we want to be together, we've got to approach this situation in a different way. Or it could be because you've been trying to manifest a particular relationship so hard and so deeply that you're not seeing this relationship clearly for what exactly it is, and it's time to break that down and take that retreat. Okay, so we're also getting in here that Eight of Wands energy, the Queen of Coins, and the Seven of Coins. I feel like, here's what I'm getting. I feel like allowing yourself to have that communication, or allowing yourself to see things as they are clearly, helps you rebuild on something new and fresh, and a new start on something. Now, it could be a new person, or it could be a change in the energy within this relationship. But I feel like there needs to be some sort of, this Eight of Wands coming through, what we just talked about is about the communication. There needs to be honest and deep communication within this situation. Now, if you are single and there's no person of interest and whatever, this might have to do within yourself. Okay, it might be saying here, really sit down and decide what it is that you truly want to manifest, and you may have to break through some illusions within yourself in order to bring this through. Okay, let's look at romantic feelings. So we're getting the Seven of Cups. Yeah, again, the manifestation, the fantasy. So some of you, you might not be looking at things as they are. You might be looking at things, even though your soul knows. That's what I keep getting. Your soul knows, but you might be trying to cover it up or blanket it in some way because it is something that you truly wanted. But that communication, that information is coming through to you. That King of Swords is coming through. You have to take a look at the situation, not with your heart, but with your head. Look at it from an unemotional point of view. Look at it how you would look at it for your best friend. If it was your best friend in this situation, and you were seeing things clearly, because this is about clearing, you know, this is about mental clarity, this King of Swords energy. He looks at things in an unemotional type of way. He doesn't have attachments. He doesn't have attachments to all of this that's going on. He's seeing things for what they are, and it's time for you to do that. And I feel that there's been a part of your soul that has already seen that. Okay. And it's also coming through the star. There's more potential. There's a better potential, I feel, somewhere else. Or there's better potential within this relationship after you have this clear and concise communication, this open, honest, vulnerable communication with this person. Now, it might be them that chooses to walk away after you open up. But here's the thing. What kind of relationship is it if somebody's going to walk away once you open your heart? It's not a relationship. You're hanging on to a thread of nothing. Really. Because if somebody's going to walk away when you're honest and open and vulnerable, they're never going to be there when it comes the tough times anyway. So what does it matter? Okay, you know, and that's what I keep seeing is like you have to look at a situation for what it is, not what it is that you want it to be. And that's what I keep getting. And I feel like somehow through that communication, somehow through this, the communication either within yourself or with this other person, I feel that things are going to they're really going to clear up. It's going to plant seeds for the future, either with this person or somebody new. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. I hope that helps. And we're going to get some closing messages from the universe. So let's see what the universe has to say for Sagittarius for July 13th to July 20th. Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, right here. Oh, soul cage, exactly what we were talking about. Rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. When somebody is putting us in this place, or we are putting ourselves in this place of being overly generous, or somebody is using some sort of type of manipulation upon us in the form of generosity, it really does put us in a cage. You know, and it says escape from a captivity and restriction. Don't restrict yourself simply on because of somebody's don't restrict yourself because you think that there's nothing better, or that the situation can't change, or that you deserve less than what it is that you're receiving at this moment. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow yourself to be restricted. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. So we're going to get a couple of clarifying cards and see what the universe, if the universe can clarify this for us at this particular moment. I really feel like there's something better. It's either better within the situation or better for you altogether. Okay? But I do feel that communication needs to come through strongly. So it says here, daily practice. The more you practice your new skills, the more comfortable and confident you become. Yeah, when we cage ourselves, you know, and when I feel like with the daily practice, I feel like that's standing up for ourselves, allowing our truth to come through, allowing that balance to happen, allowing ourselves to see things as they are. When we do this on a regular basis, it really makes a difference. Okay, it really brings you that more confidence, because then we realize that we're not hanging on to something simply because of the fact that we need to hang on to it because nothing better is coming, but we're looking at it where we're gaining that confidence of what it is that we deserve and what it is that we need to have within our lives. or we deserve within our lives. Listen only to love. Don't. Okay, seriously. You can't be any more clear, right? Don't follow fear to distract you from your divine mission. So don't allow yourself to stay in an energy of being afraid. Don't be afraid to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. I definitely feel like there needs to be some sort of communication first. Okay, but if that communication isn't heard, if it's not reciprocated, if it's not being truly absorbed by either you or the other person, it is really time, to walk. Okay, is what I'm getting. Don't allow fear to distract you from your divine mission, either divine mission or even your divine self. Okay, because somebody using manipulation or us giving too much and it not being reciprocated does distract us from a divine mission in some way. Okay, it's not allowing you to be your true authentic self. So I truly hope that this has helped, Sagittarius. Thank you so much to all of my air signs for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and please share my videos if this does resonate with you. Have a wonderful week and many blessings. Take care.